Hey, what's up, Runaways? We're back here. We just finished editing our Oahu video going to Hawaii, which was an awesome trip. What do you think about the trip?
Oahu was awesome. It was island. I love island.
It was island?
It was island. I don't know what to say.
It was island.
It was
Oahu was island. Hashtag island. But we've been to 2 islands so far. So we've been to Maui and we've been to Oahu. The recent video that we just did was Oahu. Now Oahu, to me, was beautiful. I thought it was pretty. Any island I think you go to in Hawaii is beautiful. It's green, it's lush. One of the things that I found amazing about Oahu was the landscape. When we went to Jurassic Park, when we went to the jungle, those mountains, those trees, that everything there was breathtaking. And that was probably one of my favorite parts.
One of my favorite parts was probably going on the hike, even though they were freaking death.
Both hikes?
Yeah.
Oof.
Both hikes were bad. Death.
I thought...
Okay, the second hike wasn't as bad, but for a minute there was like stairs and stuff. But the views from the hikes are seriously beautiful. We didn't even make it to the top of one of them, and we still got a good view. So I couldn't even imagine what it would be from the top.
The hikes were amazing. I did love the hikes. The first hike was awful. So there are tons of hikes on Oahu. There's the pillbox hikes. There's just hikes everywhere. So if you're going to Oahu, I definitely recommend you doing some sort of hike depending on your skill level. We just didn't research as well. And we also let Chae pick the first hike.
Okay, it was one of the top hikes, so research or not, we didn't make it to the top because Kenzie was gonna throw up.
Oh, I was gonna throw up. It was hard. It was a difficult hike. But with that being said, there were the military there that probably ran it 4 times by the time we got halfway up. So, I mean, it is doable when people do accomplish it. We just couldn't. So the next time we go, I think that'd be on our list to do, is try to accomplish that one. But the second hike that we did, the Manawili Falls, was beautiful. That's the kind of hike that I like. You're walking through nature.
It was cool. The sun wasn't beating down on you.
You had the river coming through. You had small little valleys and dips. It was just beautiful. And then once you got to the waterfall, it was still amazing. The only thing about the hike that we want to warn you about is because it is in like the jungle area of Oahu, there was a lot of moisture in the air, which meant that the ground was always wet and muddy, and we slipped a lot. So just be aware of that. And just like I said, do your research before you go. If you're going with your family, if you're going with kids, do your research, see what you guys can do, what you're capable of, but definitely hike while you're in Oahu.
Another one of my favorite things to do, I mean, in any island, is to snorkel, to see what's under the water.
So in Oahu, it is Hawaii's city. It has a lot of buildings, it has a lot of city life. So there's a lot more people that inhabit this island and that tourists go to. So it is busy, and the beaches that we noticed were a lot busier, meaning the water was a lot busier with people, which also means that it was hard to snorkel in some spots.
Was hard to see,
you didn't get as much clarity compared to Maui, where there wasn't too many people out there, where it was just blue and clear. Oahu, there's more people, so it wasn't as clear of water. Now, I guarantee there's a lot of places on Oahu that are clear and you could snorkel and enjoy that. But the places that we ended up going, it was hard to get that. I think we saw 1 turtle in Oahu.
Not snorkeling though, on the beach, washing in and out, so wasn't really a good view.
A couple of places that we ended up snorkeling was Sharks Cove, which I thought was pretty cool. The area where we snorkeled, there was a lot of people.
A lot of rocks. There was people getting like sea urchins, or weren't they saying there were sea urchins in the water?
There were sea urchins in the water, so you definitely have to pay attention to that.
Yeah, and I mean, we brought our water shoes so that if we did accidentally step, that we weren't stepping on anything, but yeah, it was very rocky, so I don't think that that's necessarily a place for your small children.
If you didn't go right into Sharks Cove where there was rock holding in the coral and the fish, there was some areas to hang out, and then there was people actually rock and cliff diving off
on
of it,
the other side,
which was pretty cool. So we got to watch that happen. Across the street from Sharks Cove, they had some little shacks, shaved ice,
some food,
coconut water. One of the places that when we researched Oahu, one of the places to go snorkeling was Hanama Bay. We tried to go. It was packed. The cars went from the parking lot. The parking lot got full, and they were going down this mountainside, and people were hiking up
2 to 3 miles.
Hiking up to go in. And from everything that we heard, if you don't get there early, one, you're not gonna get a parking spot, and two, people start coming in and it gets overcrowded, and just like what we were talking about before, the water gets overcrowded and you really can't see too much in the water, which is kind of sucks because it is a preserved area, and having that many people and that many tourists go, it does ruin it. But I mean, we were unable to go check it out. We were gonna try to, but we just weren't able to.
Another one of our favorite things was Leonards Bakery. How do you say what they are?
Malsadas.
Yeah. We ate those like 3 times. You have to refrigerate them though. Please refrigerate them.
We learned that the hard way. Well, she learned that the hard way. She took a huge bite of a sour malsada and it was not good. But it is fantastic when you get them hot and fresh. So honestly, if it was up to me, I would just get enough to eat at that time. Maybe one for later, but I wouldn't buy a dozen. I would just go back and buy another because they were perfect, nice, hot and fresh.
Yeah, and we did buy a dozen, and we planned on, we'll take them on the plane ride, but it was just too messy, too sugary. So
Oahu is, Hawaii in general is known as being expensive. People think that it's too pricey, it's too expensive, you can't take your family there. But we found that there was a lot of free things to do on the island that were fantastic. One of the things that we got to do, one of the first nights that we were there, was we got to witness a traditional hula show on the beach, which was awesome at sunset.
Yeah, it was like good. I want to say it was almost better than the luau that we experienced in Maui.
That we paid for. Yeah. Without,
minus the food and things like that, obviously, but.
Yeah, it wasn't flashy. It wasn't an extravaganza of any kind. There was 3 people playing music, playing drums, playing guitar.
Teaching history.
Teaching and talking to you about the history of why they did what they did. Playing the instruments that they did and dancing, going through the ages of hula and dancing. And then you had 2 students that were actually studying the dance, which I thought was amazing, that you actually can study and major in hula, which was kind of cool to figure out there. But to watch them do that on the beach was really cool. From there, we actually walked down the beach and we went to Hilton, right in front of the Hilton hotel, and every Friday they do a free fireworks show on the beach. So we sat on the beach.
It was long and it was good. Like, it's better than a lot of like the 4th of July shows that you're getting, and also plus you're getting the sunset on the beach and then the fireworks start going off. That was awesome. Yeah,
and we had enough time. The hula show and the fireworks show were on 2 different ends of Waikiki, basically, and we had enough time to watch the hula show and walk towards that
in the
end.
Water for a minute.
Yeah, we walked through all the hotels. But yeah, so there's a lot of free activities. The hikes are free, some of them anyway. Some of them are on state parks, and you do have to pay for that kind of stuff. But the hikes are pretty much free. The fireworks show is free. The beaches are pretty much free. Snorkeling, you can take your own snorkel gear and go snorkeling, and that is free. So it is doable. You can keep a budget in Oahu. We did. There's tons of shops in Waikiki, like tons of high-end shops. So if you like to shop, that's a great thing to do. But if you're not really into that, then you can avoid it.
Yeah, there's also outlets. So if you're enjoying the prices that are, say, at Quicksilver and things like that, there's an outlet that you can go to and get those things for much cheaper.
So we used our Southwest rewards points. We have the Southwest companion pass. So it cost us about 17,000 points for one round trip ticket. And we did get our tickets when Southwest just announced, when they were announced that they had dropped the flights to Hawaii and they were actually gonna do it and they got the approval to. That day we jumped online and with some of our friends and we booked our tickets right then and there. So we actually got round trip tickets to Oahu on Southwest for 17,000 points, roughly 17,000 points for a round trip ticket for one ticket. But because of the companion pass, I booked that one and I was able to get a free ticket. So we traveled to Oahu for 17,000 points together round trip. Our friends that we had come with us, Kenzie and Ethan, as you saw in the video, it was $380, about $380 or so. So still good price for Oahu. I think anything under, from where we're at in Utah, anything under 400 is a decent deal. So we always jump on anything like that. But yeah, so they got that deal, and I was happy that they were able to come with us. And Chae actually called me that morning and let me know that Southwest had just dropped and to get on there real quick, and we, within a matter of probably 10 minutes, we booked and got it done.
We said, should we do this? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
Just like one of our rules, be ready, be able to take those risks and not have to think twice about it. That is one of the biggest things, is just book it and then figure it out later.
And then basically our second biggest money part of going to Oahu was obviously going to be where we stayed at. We ended up paying $1,235 for our hotel. That was for a 7-day stay. We obviously split that between the 4 of us, which equaled about $308.75. Now our hotel room was very compact. We were right next to each other, but at the same time we were only there to sleep and change. The rest of the day we were out.
So she ended up getting the Capital Venture card for our other trip that we were getting on, so we were getting ready to do that one. We put this trip on that card, and with the Capital One Venture card, we were able to erase a travel expense. As long as it goes onto your card labeled as a travel expense, then you're able to go online and log into your card, and it will give you a list of things you can erase, and we erased a lot
And
of
at the
points.
time, I believe they were giving us 4 times the points for Hotels.com?
10 times.
10 times the points for Hotels.com. So, I mean, that's a lot of points for just $1,000 worth of purchase. And then we ended up using that towards a lot of our Disney trips. So we used it for our Disney tickets.
Yeah. And then the other thing that we had to pay for was a Jeep. So we got a Jeep, obviously in Hawaii. We love to do the Jeep because we can put the top down. It's easy to go. And it's just fun to drive around. I think next time if we go, if there's only 2 of us, then I wouldn't mind doing like a convertible or something like that. But with the 4 of us and having all of our gear and stuff, the Jeep was perfect. We got to throw everything in the back, all of our wet clothes, our towels, our shoes, backpacks, everything had to go in the back, and we didn't have to worry about them, so it was awesome. But the car we got actually from Hawaii discountcarrentals.com, which I loved. I thought they were really easy to work with. I was able to contact them because of the time change. I had placed our time as incorrect. I was able to email them and say, hey, my time was this is my actual flight, and they changed it right away. No charge, no nothing. When we got to the car lot, they let us pick out
whatever color we wanted. The HawaiianCarRental.com is just a site that you can either go through Hertz or different sites like that, Budget or whatever it is. But they were easy to work with, and I had no problem with them, and it was the best price that we got. So if you're going to Hawaii, I definitely recommend checking them out, as well as comparing other prices there. So that was about $380 for that 7-day trip, which was awesome. Divided by 4.
Yeah. So we had a great time with that. And if you're going to Hawaii, it is an absolute, to us anyways, it's an absolute must to get a vehicle. Even if you're only going to get a vehicle for a couple of days of your trip while you're there, getting out of Waikiki is key to enjoying your Oahu vacation. Being able to go to Pearl Harbor, which was amazing. Me being a history buff, I loved it. I got emotional, and on the boat ride when they were talking about everything there, I loved it. I thought that was a great experience. Kailua Ranch. That was amazing. That is probably one of my favorite things to do. And then what else we do? The pineapple, the dole plantation.
The dole plantation, yeah, that was really fun. The maze is not made out of pineapples.
Yeah, we learned that the hard way. So the shaved ice shop that we went to, that we thought that Obama recommended and we absolutely loved. It was our favorite place. It was called let me look here. Island Snow.
And they have Macna ice cream on the bottom, which was my favorite part about Maui's. So
yeah, and it was fantastic. So Kenzie and Ethan, we didn't show it in the video. Kenzie and Ethan got one and then got a small one because they weren't sure about it. And by the time that we looked up, they had went back in and got another one because it was that good. So
we got one. We were smart.
Yeah, I'll put it here. I don't know how to say it properly, but it's Kailua. It seemed like a really chill town. It was right by the water. You can get an Airbnb, probably a hotel there, but people were just walking around, coming from the beach, walking through this little town that they had. They had some good food, some steakhouses and stuff like that. So, and it seemed a lot chiller than Waikiki. So I would definitely look into an Airbnb there if we went back there. Something more chill, more island feeling. But yeah, so that was pretty much what we did.
Sums it up.
In Oahu. So this is something that you can do. If you want to take your family to Hawaii, do it. If you want to take a honeymoon to Hawaii, you want to take a friend's trip, if you just want to go by yourself, do it. All you have to do is put in a little bit of research. All you have to do is just keep your eyes open, and all you have to be able to do is to jump on a deal when it comes. And then just figure it out from there. If you want to do it, you can do it. We're proof of that. And we enjoy it. I love it. I think we took a lot of trips this year. We'll have more videos coming up. You'll see we have a DC trip and we have our Orlando trip that we have coming up. So we're definitely going to show you all that kind of stuff. But just a takeaway from this, if you want to go on a trip, take the trip.
Number one, do your research and use your resources, because for us, we get our flight deals from somebody that literally has a computer system that finds them on itself. We pay for a $30 subscription a year and they tell us where the flight deals are. So literally $30 to save $200 on a flight. So worth it.
So worth it.
Well, thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn that bell on for post notifications. And
someone just did. You hear that?
Oh. And we look forward to you guys running away with us next time.
Peace.
Standing in the hallway, I know you know what I'm about to tell you. I just realized